Good morning, everyone. This is Shar Marshall. You all know me from Changing Faces Makeup Artistry. And as you can see, I don't have any makeup on this morning. This is how I start my morning off every day, by giving thanks to God, giving honor to God, giving praises to God, giving worship to God. And every day I journal. And I write a letter to God every day. And I'll tell you about that a little later as to why that came about. But I was brought to Psalms 119, 105 this morning that says, "Thy word is a lamp upon my feet and a light unto my path." And I was suddenly taken back to a moment in my life where I was doing some pretty raunchy things, some deceptive things, some manipulating things, and some cheating, and just misusing people and misusing myself and abusing myself. But what I realized is that God gave me this wonderful lamp that was right there for me so I can see things. And He gave me a light to a path that I can walk upon, or walk down, or walk through, or however you want to put it. And I chose not to. And because I chose not to, I stumbled a lot along the way, made a lot of mistakes, met all the wrong people, did all the wrong things. But I'm still here because one day I woke up and I saw that lamp, and I decided to utilize that light that God gave me. And that light is a representation of Him. That light is a representation of the trust that He gives to us to trust in Him. That light is a representation of change. You know, it's like driving your car. If you drove your car at night and you turn the lights off, you are bound to crash into something because you can't see. Well, that's what this Psalms 119, 105 is to me. It's the lights for the car that I've been driving in my life, all my life. And turning that light on allowed me to see some things. Turning that light on allowed me to drive the straight way. Turning that light on allowed me to stay in my lane, stay in the lane that God gave me. He gives each one of us a lane to drive in. And every now and then, we'll veer off that lane and we'll crash into some things. You know, we'll crash into cheating. We'll crash into manipulation. We'll crash into deception. We'll crash into lies, and we'll crash into hurt and pain. But all we have to do is turn the lights on so we can see that there is joy in the light. There's happiness in the light. There is success in the light. There is growth in the light. There is learning in the light. There is wisdom and knowledge in the light. There is trust and faith in the light. And I guess I thought about it this morning heavily. It just felt so heavy in my spirit because I know so many people out there whose lights are turned off. And they have electricity. They just have to know where the power source is to turn the lights back on. Because that's the kind of God we serve. We serve the kind of God that will never turn our lights off. He will continue to guide us. He will continue to be that lamp up on our feet and that light to our path if we just allow Him to, because He wants to be. Over 115 days ago, I decided to stop smoking. A lot of people didn't know I smoked, but I smoked for over 30 years, maybe closer to 40 years. I'm only 50 years old, but I started smoking real early, sneaking my mom's cigarettes, hiding out, and then it became a habit. Well, one day I decided I didn't want to smoke anymore because I had been smoking in the dark for so long. So I begged and I pleaded to God to deliver me from smoking. And I had tried over the years, but I really wasn't sincere about not smoking. So one morning I got up, turned the lights off in my house, turned the TV off, turned everything off, and got in complete silence and cried out to God and asked him to deliver me from smoking. I told him I was tired of dying. I was tired of smelling like smoke, tasting like smoke. And I wanted to be delivered because I wanted to live. I didn't want to get cancer. I wanted to live. And I wanted to live a long time. And I promised him if he would help me to stop smoking, I would write him a letter every day to thank him. I would write a letter to him every day to thank him. So, in that instance, God made me start coughing. And I was coughing uncontrollably. It was almost like somebody was choking me. I was just coughing, and I was here by myself. And all of a sudden, this black soot, or whatever you want to call it, just came out of my throat. And it scared me so bad. And I just knew right then and there that he had taken my desire to stop smoking from me. When I looked at the stuff, I realized just how much of the darkness I had in my spirit, in my soul. And God wanted to release me from it. So he made me cough it up. And he made me turn my light switch on. So I said all that to say, you never have to be in the darkness, because you have a permanent light, a permanent switch that's right there waiting to be turned on. All you have to do is make the move and turn it on. And once you turn it on, you'd be surprised at the things that you've been missing out on in life because you've been in the darkness all this time. I thank God for my deliverance from smoking. I thank God for my life every day. And I tell him every day in a letter. I call it my Dear God letter. Too many things we take for granted. I want to live a long time. I want to see my children get married and be happy and have children. I want to have grandchildren. I want to have my old friends. I want just the simple things in life. And as long as I live, if God will allow me, I'll continue to write letters, because I have so much to be thankful for. So whatever you're doing today, when you get in your car, make sure your lights are on. Whatever you're doing today, make sure you turn your light switch on. Because it sure is better to see in the daylight and the light of day than it is to keep crashing in the darkness. Enjoy your day, everyone. It's a beautiful day. And I hope you're having a fabulous one. Go out and bless someone. Talk to you soon. Bye.